stalked by a subscriber. You're probably wondering if it's clickbait or not, but let me tell you that they didn't only find my whole name, the school I go to, or my phone number, but even my address. It was an uneventful day. I was just sitting around, probably editing some video or something on my laptop, when suddenly my phone chimed and it was a DM on Twitter. It was a message from one of my subscribers. I'm obviously not gonna reveal who they are because of privacy reasons. Irony. Basically, they had sent me a text message saying that they did something together with 2 other subscribers that might make me angry. I was a little wary because what could possibly make me angry like that? So I asked what it was. They told me that on one of my very old, formerly used websites, there was my full information without me knowing, in the legal information kind of a thing. Basically, the website showed a whole lot of personal information and mainly my full name. Because of my full name, they were able to find some other things that for some reason weren't hidden that well because of other people. The thing is, so far I've already fixed the website, which is no longer displaying any personal information, and also other places with my name are not featuring any more personal information either. So in that case, I actually strengthened my privacy even more. So I was like, you know, I'm not mad. This is just, I'm glad you told me because now I can fix it. And they were like, yeah, but that's not actually the end of the story. So I was like, okay. And they started telling me more and more information where they went to look into old videos and everything and like cross-searched everything in comparison to the information that they have already found, which is luckily no longer available. And basically they just like, you know that whole scene in crime scene investigation where they put everything on a wall and they get like these little cords between them and they're like, they stare at a whiteboard until they finally have the information because they analyzed everything. That was them. The 3 of them all went and took the small information they had to like link to next pieces of information all the way until they find like a half a second piece of footage somewhere in whatever video or Snapchat or whatever, that they were able to combine it with the information they already had to find out in what town I lived, and then they crossed it with other information they had from previous videos, and basically they just started Google Street viewing everything until they found a house that resembled mine. The problem that I had was on my door there was my name. The ironic part also was that I usually wrote light feather in chalk above the door. Luckily, the Google car machine thing with the pictures didn't actually catch that, but that would have been ironic. Basically, I was totally like kind of shocked, and they were like, yeah, the truth is, we think we have your address. They said it wrong. They said the information wrong, so they didn't look that well because it was actually an address that didn't exist, but they had the exact door like in mind and the exact location. So the thing was, I was like, I'm not gonna deny or confirm what you're about to say, but what did you have? And I was like looking at my phone, like shaking slightly because, you know, someone just stalked me down, basically. Just politely still. But, you know, so suddenly it was like, whoop, and it was pretty much my address, basically just the street was right. And I was like, oh my god, and I dropped the phone and I stood up and I was like standing in my room like, okay, and I was like, why would you do that? And they were like, I'm sorry, we felt guilty, that's why we're telling you, I'm sorry. And we're like, the thing is, I already knew who they were, and I know that they're like around my age and everything, so I knew that they couldn't have that much harm intended, especially because I talked it over to my mom, because it was like, ma'am, you guys also live on this address and people tracked it down, not sure how you feel about that. And she was like, you know, if they tell you that they probably don't have any weird intentions with it. And I was like, that makes sense. I already didn't think they had. The thing was, then I found out just how much flawed information I had. So things I did went overboard. I strengthened my information on every single platform, my private stuff. I even went as far today, this very day, to contact Google customer support for Street View to have them remove what my door and my name and my address and everything looks like on Street View. So that's also not even possible to find anymore, and all of those clues, like, I'm slowly erasing all of the clues all the way until now. I'm just like, you know, everything toned down a bit, but the thing is, I had like a scare, and other people I mentioned it, they also were like, oh my god, because that's the thing, it was really one of those analyzing moments where it was like, you once mentioned that you live in a store, we know the exact store policies, we are from the same country, so we can only know that it's one of these gigantic store chains. Since we already got your school from somewhere else and you once mentioned in your video how long it is for you to travel, we basically put a radius by train on there to see how far it would be from your university town to something else. Then we basically combine the information with knowing what store you used to work at, so we can look where there's a store present. Then we could see what stores are close by, and we could see within that proximity if there was anything that could be recognizable from any part of old vlogs. Then we were, it went on like that. I was impressed. I was also like, why do you take so much effort into doing that? But they were curious, so in that sense, but I mean, that's the thing. I'm just glad that I knew who they were and that they don't have any harm intended. One of the, also, almost revealed something about that. No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, since I trust them in that sense and that they keep everything to themselves, I'm just happy about that. I'm not gonna deny that it was something that spooked me out in the first few minutes of it happening, and the other people who I mentioned it to, like, so this just happened, people were like, oh my god, they went far with it, and I was like, true. But still, I gotta say, it is impressive, and I actually talked to them later on, so basically everything in the end turned out fine. And that's what I'm glad about. It's just really a thing where you, like, it really puts things in perspective because you know that the internet can be dangerous, and I'm also just like, as a reminder to you, try to be safe on the internet, don't reveal too much weird things about yourself, and be careful with where you put your things, because before you know it, people will be ringing your doorbell. Wow! So that was my stalked by a subscriber story. Also, and this is something I haven't announced yet, I have a Discord server. Discord is basically a chatting program with like a voice chatting program. It's basically just a whole lot of chat rooms where we can just hang out with the people who want to be in this community. To join it, you just have to have a Discord account and click the Discord link that I leave down below in the description for you if you want to join. But please let me know down below in the comments. How safe do you handle your online information? And if you're new here, I would love to have you subscribe to this channel. I post storytime videos like this on Saturday to get to know each other a little bit better, and on Wednesday I post comedy videos to solely entertain you. All that because I want to light up your day and make you smile, because comedy makes your life just so much more positive in my opinion. But above all, I really hope you like this video, and I would love to see you next time.